I love a lot of these defensive concepts by Seattle defensive coordinator Clint Hurt. My man was doing the 1-2 thing on a lot of occasions. There were times late in the game, though, I was like, oh, this is goofy. He's doing some really goofy stuff right here. But at the very least, he was being aggressive like he was throughout pretty much the entirety of the game. On this one right here, you'll see edge player Uchenna Nwosu here. He pretty much almost drops out into robber land. So what you have here is a rush 3, drop 8 approach. So they're only rushing 3 here. You get Big Al Woods. He becomes the edge player over here, and then you can pretty much see what they're doing this way. I would always contain Russell. I would never rush with any type of plane where my body wasn't squared to the line of scrimmage or squared to the sideline, put it that way. You'll see when he rushes here, he kind of gets caught in between. I would very much would like for him, if he's rushing this way, to come wide out like this and have his body square like that. Same deal over here. Force Russell to escape this way. So that way he's going right here into the spy / robber, Uchenna Nwosu. And you can see here what that does for him. They're playing a little bit of match coverage across the board. And then you have, what is this? Is this the Seattle Seahawks with a 2-deep shell? A 2-deep shell. My man Quandre Diggs, we can take care of that in a post all by himself, but you just give him half the field to work with. That's bananas. I love it right here. But look, the artist formerly known as the QB here, where is he? What is he doing? First he wanted to hit this slant to Judy over here. Nothing doing over there. He comes back immediately. You can see how they drop down here. You have a cornerback over here, so if he hits this, his chances are this won't get anywhere. It could possibly be intercepted. So they do everything well. Now look at this. Uchenna Nwosu spying right there. He's a great athlete, but this is where the problem is right here. You do not want him to get outside. The rush 3, drop 8 approach I've used in my mind against several QBs like a Russell Wilson. That's what I would do to a Justin Fields, what I said in college to him, and even a Joe Burrow when he was in college. These guys who can get outside of the pocket and make something happen with their arm. Not necessarily their legs, with their arm, because they're just looking to extend. So he's looking to extend here. You can see him looking up the field, still looking for somewhere to go, but Nwosu's right on his ass. What is Big Al Woods doing though right here? He rumbling, bumbling, stumbling, and let's go back to that right here. Check this out. You got to see Big Al Woods. He had nothing to offer here. Rumbling, bumbling, stumbling. He looked like he running with like 3 left knees. He has 3 left knees. But look at Uchenna right here. He shows why Russell Wilson is an average or maybe an above average athlete at best at this stage of his career. And having somebody be able to spy him like this is worth his weight in gold. Look at him. The old man came out of him. He's up here reaching. What is he reaching for? The first down marker's not right there, is it? The first down marker's right there. He's reaching for something that's invisible. That's that old man shit right there. I'm not as good as I once was, but I'm as good once as I ever was. Come on, man. Rashad Penny. I had cats flipping out about my love for his skill set, comparing him to one Darren McFadden. He's probably exactly what Darren McFadden was supposed to be. However, we know that he needs to stay healthy. I saw a stat where it said that he was the 2nd or 3rd highest ever in the history of the National Football League in yards per carry, minimum 150 attempts. That shit is cold. This guy is special, man, to be that damn big. And I will say this, though. I don't like his body this year. I know they said that he lost weight or whatever like that. He doesn't look like the normal Rashad Penny. I'm not sure what's going on with that. He looks a little heavier to me. I don't know if that was they were bluffing or something like that with the 10-pound weight loss, but he doesn't look that good to me. And he's still a monster. I forget what was going on in this particular play. What you have here is pretty much an inside zone. You can see guys step play side here all throughout the board there. You got 13 personnel here? Got 13 personnel with Goodwin here. So imagine that. That's an odd personnel grouping right there. Rashad Penny's vision on this particular play right here, you thought he would have hit in a fumble, but beyond that, you know what we do? We go by the infrastructure of the play and how it was derived here. And to me, check this out right here. You would think this play would be designed for him to go right here, right up in this particular gap right here, or this void. that the offensive line created. You can even see people climbing, Blythe climbing over there to the second level. But his vision shot him over here, and he's able to run through some really good angles that these guys had right here. 2-car pileups, bowling pin situations going on there. Man, he is a special back. I just wish he wasn't made of glass or whatever like that. If you had the type of health that a lot of these other type of backs, like a Nick Chubb or somebody like that would have, we would see something very special in this guy. So, Rashad Penny, man, A-okay with me. Yeah, I remember a couple of years ago when I said that man had them stonemason hands, how they messed up and the bones of his hands was where the padding's supposed to be. This man has taken it to another step. This is an all-time low. Come on, man. Imagine this. Your man Russell, right? If people try to nitpick what Geno Smith did in the game, this is an interception. This is an interception. If this is Quandre Diggs coming right here, is he closing his eyes? Looks like he closed his eyes. Come on, this man lights everyone up and is scared of the ball. This man be lighting people the fuck up out there, bro. Huge hitter and everything, but he closed his eyes and the ball doesn't even touch anything but his face mask. Come on, man. What's going on here, man? What are we doing here, Jamal Adams? I feel bad for him too, man. Definitely one of my favorite players out there, right? Definitely one of my favorite players, but it's just definitely not working out for him in Seattle. And right when they go into a two-deep shell where I feel like, man, you can have him really float around and not be impactful and maybe put him in more favorable situations. But look at him. What does this mean? It was this close. I was this close to catching it with my face mask. Come on. Yeah. All right, NFL fans, you knew it was bound to happen. The king of online sports betting done hooked up with the underground king, and it couldn't have happened a moment sooner because it's about to be straight up fun this season, and you know how we get down here at Top Billin. That's right, DraftKings in the building, baby. They hit me up and said they wanted me to help spread the word, and you know I had to once I saw this deal. They are giving away $200 in free bets, and all you have to do is wager $5 or more. Listen, rewind that back. $200 in free bets. All you have to do is wager $5 or more. $5 will get you $200. And this time, I won't get in trouble for it. It's a whole new ball game, baby. $5 will get you $200. All you have to do is go to that DraftKings Sportsbook, hit your Google Play Store or however you get to it. Make sure you download that bad boy and get to winning. Make sure once you download that app, you enter the promo code TOPBILLIN and get to winning. Listen, you can't forget about those same game parlays as well. That's when you enter multiple bets in the same game to level up for even more bigger prizes. And if you don't have online wagering in your state, it's all good. They have you covered. DraftKings Daily Fantasy is in there, baby. So you and me and everyone else can get down on it. Once again, make sure you enter the promo code TOPBILLIN once you download that sports book and sign up. And hey, let your boy know. Tell him Murph sent you, right? Top Billin, DraftKings, baby. Let's go. Same deal right here, inside zone. This time he takes it to where naturally it should go. And lights, man, come on. What are you doing here? This dude is hard. See Blythe get out on that second level this time. Look at him get skinny through the hole, right? You see him get skinny right there. Break a tackle. How many tackles already? Just in 2 clips has he broken? Come on, man. Boom, get low. Like Little John and them. Look, come on, man. What are we doing here? This is cold, Slim. This is exactly what I was talking about at the beginning of this particular content item here. Watch Uchenna Nwosu right here. Keep this plane right here, right? What did I say? Parallel to the sideline. You're going to have Darrell Taylor right here. He's going to bump off into a zone. You got, I want to say there's Jordan Brooks right here. He drops to the spy portion of this. Let's just say he's in a position to get the artist formerly known as the QB here if he goes through the middle. But this right here really kind of makes this. And, of course, you got that man, Jamal Adams, doing what he does very well in blitzing. So sending that fab pressure like that, mudding the waters. Check right here. Look at that. You see? That's how you know somebody. You get that on both ends really right here. Look at the rush here. Same kind of deal. Rush out to the side, bow out, force him to escape this way, and have somebody waiting on him who's a very good athlete in their own right. And I think he can be corralled because I don't think he's that fantastic of an athlete at this stage of his career. But, hey, that's some good-ass game planning right there, forcing that man, but having Jamal Adams right there, and then you get his shot block, right there. Shot blocking. Look at the snap judgment by Nwosu right here. Look at him get off this. Look at that. That is incredible. Look at where he is already in relation to Darrell Taylor right here. Now, Taylor's coming from a motorcycle stance, so I always think that, of course, if you're in a sprinter stance here, 4-point stance like this, you're going to get a little bit better leverage anyway. But Darrell Taylor was just kind of slow to react anyway. So he's kind of slow playing this. Maybe his deal was first to read the running back before he went, make sure he wasn't releasing to the flat or something like that. But that's a discernible difference on this particular play. And Nwosu right here gives that prison loving going on right here, collapsing the spinal column. And what happened right here? I was trying to figure out, oh, I see. I don't actually think the artist formerly known as Seattle Starter was throwing it to the fade here. I think the slot receiver, looks like Jerry Jeudy right here, fell, and he was throwing it to him. I don't know. Maybe he was though. I don't know, but this was a bad throw, and I cannot believe Quandre Diggs did this. Damn, my boy Diggs. Come on. This was absolutely perfect. Yeah, he might have been throwing the fade. The artist doing it again. He been throwing that fade, but look, right through his hands. Where would the game would have been with those two picks between the safeties there? Come on, man. You got to get those. If you're one of these teams that needs to get over that hump, baby, you have to corral those bunnies, man. If somebody's giving it to you, you got to take it. Pause. You talk about somebody who embodies what a neutral observer would think the Seattle Seahawks represent. Michael Jack, that sent my boy Cortland Sutton to the upper room. I know you know what the upper room is, baby. Upper room with Jesus. Michael Jackson. I covered this cat for 2 seasons at Rivals.com's Miami site, Canesport.com, and he was every bit that physical back then, and he's a damn good playmaker. Michael Jackson, man, that flew under the radar for me. I like Michael Jackson as a player, man. He was out there showing off last night. He is extremely physical. Tariq Woolen had an interesting night. Now, I said this before, and I'll maintain this. I believe the Denver Broncos, when fully healthy, to be a top 5 offensively talented team. This Cortland Sutton cat, if you don't know, you should know. This cat is a bad mama jumma, Mo. And then Jerry Jeudy, one of the greatest college wide receivers we've seen of the past 10 years. Shifty cat. You saw him on that long touchdown that he had. And they had this other big cat named Tim Patrick. He got injured. But the running backs, both of them, very good. Javonte Williams, I think, is on the upper end of running backs in the NFL. It's just his second year. And, of course, at the time, man, remember, they had no offense in these guys, but the guys that they have now with Beck and Albert, Okui Boonham and all these guys, they are talented. So it was a good test for a guy like Tariq Woolen to be able to go against. So he had some up and downs, but this was a pretty good, at the moment, a true scenario, not pass interfere. It was a bad pass, no doubt. If it was upfield a little bit more, I actually think that Tariq Woolen would have made an even better play on the ball, to be honest with you. But the bad pass made it to where it was just underthrown here. But let's look at the off from the jump right here. So I like the stance here, not too far over his skis. Nice base width there. Right, taking inventory, perfect right there. Left hand to the right shoulder pad just to get yourself in position. I have said that 50 million times. You're not going to impede anyone's progress running down the field doing this, but it just gives you a good judge of distance to be able to do that. Now, he just needs to keep running. He doesn't need to keep trying to touch and reach out and touch someone, baby. You know what I'm saying? This isn't church. He doesn't need to do all that. But once that man starts locating, Woolen needs to start locating as well. You see how late he is to kind of look? He just wanted to be sure and just catch up to him, but he was already within great distance there, and he turns he turned kind of funny right there and then tried to turn back inside of it, I guess because maybe he couldn't locate the ball because it was being underthrown there, but I really do like this rep by him. I already said that going down the field should be a piece of cake for him. Anybody trying to run by him probably is not going to be able to do that. It's going against these shifty guys, to me, that makes me wonder about him long term. I wanted to see him go against a Jerry Jeudy running some of these mid-level routes and some of these quick game routes, because a guy like Jerry Jeudy and a guy like Courtland Sutton can really get out of their transitions very well, and that's how you stay in this league, being able to combat that. The constant mention of Richard Sherman, though, is killing me. It's crazy. Two totally different style of players, in my opinion. All right, back to Woolen again. Artist there, but what we doing right here? My man doing a good job, not showing the hands until it's time, and then you react, right? That's taking inventory. You're judging it with the footwork. You know he's taking an outside approach, and you jab to that inside shoulder just to get yourself into position. It is a range finder. Now, what he doesn't need to do, though, is continue to tug on the jersey and to try to feel his way through the coverage. He needs to be able to feel his way without actually feeling his way, if you get what I'm saying right there. It needs to be kind of innate so he doesn't get these kind of ticky-tacky calls right there. But I like this one right here. He did a really good job there. Once again, the artist probably should have thrown that upfield into the outer shoulder, but he did what he had to do. Now, going against a shiftier guy like KJ Hamler here, this is what you don't want, right? Maybe he doesn't trust it. I don't know why he wouldn't trust it. KJ Hamler can run. There's no doubt about that. But so can Tariq Woolen. I don't get why you would run down the field just holding on to his jersey. That shit didn't make no sense to me, right? You just giving up free yardage. Not at all. But, hey, he's a rookie in his first game, man. Going against guys this talented, I'm telling you, this is a very talented offense. To be able to hold your own, that's definitely very promising. Ironically, Denver has a long young cornerback in Patrick Surtain as well, and he got to go against the DK Metcalf, so it's very similar to going against a Courtland Sutton for Tariq Woolen. And Surtain had his moments as well, but he had a pretty up and down day, which is to be expected. He was shadowing DK Metcalf. Now that's crazy. But check this out right here. Now this is what you don't want to do. Come on, man. Eventually, you have to just play football. This can't really do anything for you right there. It looks cool, I guess, right? It's physical. You want to get physical with a guy like this who wants to get physical with you, but that's what he wants you to do. There's no doubt about that. He's going to get up into your chest. He's going to have you get up in your feelings and everything, right? And you're battling. Right now, you disengage if you're Surtain and then try to combat that, and you can be right there. But if you're going to play this type of game with this big monster right here, Dennis Rodman Jr. himself, right, he's going to get that late separation right there. And it's just so lucky that Gino expected him to be more inside on this one right here. But they were battling with some really good reps, man. All right, let's peek in on Charles Cross right here. Now, listen, people don't understand. Just because you do something in one half doesn't mean that it's going to carry over to the second half. These are repetitions. You have to keep going and going and going. And you're going against Bradley Chubb all night long? That's crazy. That is scary. That is a scary task in your first game there. And he did relatively well. We can see him right here. Now, on this one, you can kind of see probably where it would start to catch up to him. See him in the kick step phase here. He's splitting the difference. He does not want to get beat to the inside, but he's definitely favoring the inside. And you can see right here, he kind of stops moving his feet. Right, you can see from the kick step phase here, the width of his feet. Then when you get to right here, you can see how he starts to cross over the steps. That would lead me to believe, man, I'm not sure if he's tired or whatever like that. But just so happened, Geno with this out route to top, so he gets that off. Quick game. I love Troy Aikman. I love his commentary skills. There's not too many people who I leave the sound on for. He's one of them. But to me, he was tripping with a few of these Geno needs to step up in the pocket things. This is not Geno's fault. Someone actually just asked me. I just got an alert, too. Somebody was asking me about Geno setting up too deep, which is pretty much asinine to me. He's an NFL quarterback, bro. He's going to set up the same spot he is always. It doesn't change. 7-step drop, 3-step drop, 5-step drop is going to be the same no matter what. He's been doing this forever. This is a 7-step joint right here. You can see that's exactly where he would be set up. Now, you want him to step up in the pocket on this one? This doesn't even make sense. He just got to his drop. Look, on to Rashad Penny. Just get to his drop right now. Lockett's coming out of his break. He wants to throw with anticipation. He's going to launch it right now. That's perfect. So if he steps up right now, then he has to reload. Lockett is coming out the break. That's not on him. Like, let's not lose sight of the fact that this was not a good rep by Charles Cross, who I want to say began to get tired or something. He's not getting out in his kick step phase this time. He immediately starts to cross over his steps. Look at that. Right? He almost got ran to the concession stand right there. You can't put that on Geno Smith. That doesn't make any sense right here. Before, in the beginning, you can see Charles Cross was getting out. It's a longer game, and he was splitting the difference there. Now he's all heavy-legged, waist bending and all this and stuff like that. That's not a good rep by him. There's nothing Geno could have done about this. This is a rhythm and timing thing. He sets up. Tyler Lockett coming out of his break. He launches right now. He's going to throw the ball about right here. This man is already beat by a step. That is going to be a completion just like the last frame right there. I'm sorry. He's not stepping up in the pocket on that. That doesn't make any sense. Now, this one right here is on Geno and Cross. Now, that's where you want to set up. Guess what? There's no rhythm and timing aspect to this one right here because he's floating. All right, he's floating, waiting for something to happen. He's probably seeing DK Metcalf right now, or he's probably feeling something. But look at the rep by Charles Cross once again. Not splitting the difference this time. Trying to get into the chest, but guess what? He stops moving his feet again. So now if you're Geno right here, if you do step up into the pocket, it'll be worth your while here. I'm not sure if Haynes getting that prison loving kind of impeded that, but he could have definitely stepped up into the pocket on this one just for the simple fact that he's floating. He's waiting for something to happen. So at the very least, I would climb and let something continue to happen. But guess what? None of this happens if Charles makes sense. All right, y'all. Real men watch to the end and then comment. Thank you to everyone who does that. Your man Cody Barton's play recognition on this was outstanding. Check this out. Obviously, his man is Javonte Williams, and they do a really good job right here of selling this screen. Check this out. They faux play, right? It's almost like a faux block. It's almost looking like your man Charles Cross towards the end of the game right here. But they pretty much influence these guys with the influence block to get them upfield here, just to give them half a little bit of a shoulder, just so they can be out their way. And then you get the little shovel there. But look at Barton, man. Shot out of the perfect to corral a dude like Javonte Williams. Now, you know me, I normally will make jokes in this situation. I'm not exactly sure what happened to Barton right here, so I'm not going to make a joke until I know. I might have to double back and make a joke, though, if he's okay. But what happened here, man? We're going to end on this note right here. Your man had them little bitty-ass shorts on when I did the LOL fights versus him and DK Metcalf, and people was getting all mad and this and that, and he's this and that. And I'm like, all right, man, he got them little bitty-ass shorts on doing them dances and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? We don't get down like that out here in the DMV area, baby. In Baltimore, we ain't doing that. We ain't doing it in PG County. We're not doing it in D.C. in the city or nothing like that. We had them little bitty shorts on, and then he... Did he even play last night? I didn't see this man stat. He got a stat. I didn't hear his name called, but this time. You know your shit is messed up when they got to bring the other leg up, right? Missionary style. Come on, DT, man. You can't be out there, man, with them little bitty shorts on and not performing, man. This shit look weird. Strike the band.
What more can I say?
Top Billin.